Vought OS-2U, Kingfisher, hydroplane. History of the aircraft. In 1937, the U.S. Navy's Bureau of Aeronautics announced a competition for a new shipboard hydroplane corrector. Three designs entered the competition: the Model 85, XOSS-1, by Sturman, the XOSN-1 by Naval Aircraft Factory, the Aircraft Division of the Naval Aircraft Factory in Philadelphia, and the Model 310, XOS-2U1, by Vought. The first two machines looked like quite traditional biplanes with a float landing gear of a central and two underwing floats, with the possibility of replacing it with a wheeled one. The engines were also the same, Pratt & Whitney R134036 rated at 600 horsepower. True, with an all-metal kit, the Sturman had a metal fuselage skin and a canvas wing, while the XOSN-1 also had a canvas-skinned fuselage. The specialists at Naval Aircraft Factory, NAF, equipped their machine with a novelty: automatic forefenders on the upper and lower wings to improve takeoff and landing characteristics. The Vought design team, headed by aircraft designer R.B. Beisel, approached the task quite differently. The company saw in the competition a chance to return to the market of ship scouts. After all, for a decade and a half, Vought was a monopoly in the supply of such aircraft to the American Navy, and only in 1935, this monopoly broke the Curtiss Seagull. The new machine had to be substantially superior to the competition, so the designers went for a monoplane scheme, a first for an American aircraft of this class. The semi-monocoque fuselage, wing and fins were all metal, and spot welding was widely used in the manufacture of the airframe. This significantly reduced the weight of design while ensuring high strength, needed for a ship scout subjected to repeated overloads on launch from the catapult. The engine was 25% weaker than the competition, a 450 horsepower, air-cooled Pratt & Whitney R985 4-9-cylinder radial engine. The Aeronautics Bureau ordered one prototype for each of the three manufacturers, but Vought coped with the task faster than his competitors. His XOS-2U1 first took off on May 19, 1938, and the XOSS-1 and XOSN-1 went for tests only in September. The flight tests showed the complete superiority of Rex Beisel's Child. The maximum speed of the XOS-2U1 was 275 km/h against 261 km/h of the Sturman's plane, 257 km/h of the XOSN-1. By another important indicator for a seaplane, landing speed, the Philadelphia machine had a slight advantage. Thanks to the developed mechanization of the wing, this indicator was 87 km/h. The second was not the Sturman biplane, 92 km/h, but the Vought monoplane, which showed 88.5 km/h. This was achieved due to the low weight on the wing. XOS-2U1 weighed much less than its competitors, and the use of landing flaps. In general, the military was leaning toward the Vought product. And in this determination they were strengthened by intensive ship tests on the battleship West Virginia, which the XOS-2U1 passed brilliantly in early 1939. As a consequence, on May 22, 1939, the U.S. Navy ordered 54 production aircraft under the designation OS-2U1. And on October 1, 1941, the aircraft also received the name Kingfisher. The total production volume of Kingfisher, including prototypes, was 1,519 units. Production was conducted at the concern, Vought Sikorsky, in Stratford and at the Naval Aircraft Factory in Philadelphia. Flight and technical characteristics of Vought OS-2U1, Kingfisher, seaplanes. Engine: Pratt & Whitney R98S48. Power: HP 450. Wingspan: 10.95 meters. Length of aircraft: on floats, 10.24 meters. On wheeled landing gear, 9.17 meters. Height of the aircraft: on floats, 4.61 meters. On-wheeled landing gear, 3.94 meters. Wing area, 23.34 square meters. Weight of aircraft on floats, empty, 1,869 kilograms. Takeoff weight, 2,538 kilograms. Maximal speed, kilometers per hour, with floats, 282. With wheeled landing gear, 285. Ceiling with floats, 5,790 meters. Range with floats, 1,683 kilometers. Basic modifications of the Vought Kingfisher seaplanes. OS2U1 R985-48 engine, 450 horsepower. Armament: -7.62 mm Browning synchronous machine gun 1 PCs. -7.62 mm machine gun, Browning turret -1 PCs. Under wing can be suspended 2 45.4 kg bombs. 2 crew members. From December till May 1940, 54 aircrafts were produced, 49 on floating landing gear and 5 on wheeled landing gear. OS2U2 R985-50 engine, 450 horsepower. Armament and bomb load were similar to OS2U1. The neutral gas system and crew armor protection were installed. The fuel tank capacity was increased by 60%. 158 aircraft were produced, 45 of them in the float version, 23 with Vought floats and 22 Edo, and the rest on wheeled landing gear. In addition, Edo ordered 70 additional sets of floats to convert wheeled aircraft if necessary. OS2U3 R985AN2 engine, 450 horsepower. Armament remains unchanged. Armor was strengthened, and it was possible to install a light machine gun. Since May 1941, 1,006 aircrafts were produced, of which at least 531 on the wheeled landing gear. 300 machines were equipped with R985AN8 engines, 450 horsepower. Most of them were made at Stratford plant. 31 were assembled in Philadelphia from components supplied from Vought. OS2N1 was a variant produced by the Naval Aircraft Factory. Corresponded to the OS2U3. From March 1942 to February 1943, 300 units were produced.